So here we are at the UK Performance Center launch day. For you, 600 days deep as the champ, you know, a lot of this you could say is built behind what you and the boys have been doing, and girls we should say. What does this mean to you as a symbol for how far UK has come?
Well, obviously we're really proud of it, you know. We've come from humble beginnings of doing shows in front of 2-3 people, like it was that extreme. There wasn't a demand for this. And through the passion of the wrestlers and then obviously the fans catching on and so on, we've built to the point where I've been carrying this title now for 600 days. We had this amazing facility, we've got a takeover coming up, we've got our own weekly show. We said it was happening and finally it's all come to fruition, so it's an exciting time.
And when you look at the tournament and how all that came about in the first place and to where we are now, has it become more of like a family, like the UK, in the sense that, you know, you've done this together and you've brought wrestling up and the UK as a unit almost?
Yeah, well I think that reigns true anyway, even outside of this company and the independents. Yeah. There's a definite pride about, you know, the fact that British wrestling has come this far. But obviously having a facility like this only enhances that. You know, we're able to train together, whether that's strength and conditioning and help each other out there, or whether it's in the ring now. You know, we have Robbie Brookside over there, we have Johnny Saint, Johnny Moss, you know, 3 of the best British wrestlers of all time, and they're passing on knowledge. You know, in that boardroom there.
I'm loving seeing Johnny Saint actually in there doing that.
I know, it's unbelievable. And in that boardroom we have Shawn Michaels going through people's matches. You know, and not only that, but the talent talking to each other. Obviously I'm 2 years into this process and I can, you know, lean some advice to the way this company works and maybe, like, you know, how to sort of change your persona and your matches to sort of fit the TV model, you know. So having all of that lends itself to that bonding process between the wrestlers, and it's only going to grow from here.
And of course that leads us strongly into TakeOver this weekend. You know, there's kind of a lot of pressure in the sense that NXT TakeOvers have become some of the most revered and acclaimed shows in the world. What should people expect from the UK brand of that?
I think more of the same. Obviously this is grassroots, it's ground level, and that almost makes it more exciting to me. Obviously we know what to expect now with those takeovers in the US, whereas a lot of people will be tuning in for the first time and seeing people like Eddie Dennis and Dave Mastiff and so on and so on. So it's going to be a nice education for those people. And I can compare it to when myself and Tyler went and did TakeOver in the US. You know, we were relatively unknown to the mass audience, and right place, right time, all of that. It just worked, and I feel like it's going to be similar to that. The fact that it's grassroots, it's grown literally out of here, is what's going to make it special, and that's what made NXT in America special.
I heard you on the Edge and Christian podcast. You were talking about you and Tyler, and it's obviously Mustache Mountain have had their own run in NXT. Do you think all of that has been important about building us to now, where US fans actually have an interest and say, hang on a minute, something really is happening over there?
Well, of course, had 2 years ago when this all started, had we gone right, episodic TV, let's go, you know, it didn't have that same appeal, whereas now we've been through the ringer, you know, we've been present at WrestleManias, we've done, you know, I was at MSG over Christmas, you know, so we really have saw every aspect of the company, and doing that and exposing yourself, you know, little by little is really what has built this to what it is. So I think any time except now might not have been the right time, and I'm so glad that it has took this long to come to fruition. And it's given chance for people to get better, to know who they are as a character and as a performer. And now we have this facility that's just going to keep on going, and the sky's the limit.
So we should probably talk about the future and your hopes. You talked about WrestleMania just then. We've got you know, NXT TakeOver, you get the Hall of Fame. Is there a place for NXT UK out there, and is that one of the next steps that needs to happen?
I'd love to defend this at a WrestleMania. I'd love to have a WrestleMania in the UK, of course, all of these things. I'd love to go to main roster and main event against AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, of course. But as of right now, this is fully my focus. And the more I can take this title around, if I can take that to a WrestleMania, if I can take that to the Royal Rumble, you know, these are the things that are going to elevate this brand. And that's an exciting thought for me. I'm still young, so I'm in no rush. This for me is my full focus.
And for the brand itself, what should that be the next focus for them? Are you looking to maybe have your own spot like WrestleMania weekends? Are you looking to just do more takeovers and get more eyes on the product? What's the next thing?
The variety of it is what as I've enjoyed so much about this company, because I've done everything from the accesses to being present at the WrestleManias, like I say, doing MSG, doing takeovers in the States, being on Raw. You know, I'm one of the very lucky few that's got to see the whole spectrum of the company. So the more that variety can keep coming, I think it's only better for the whole brand itself. And I hope that the newer guys get to experience the same sort of stuff as well.
Well, we're looking forward to Saturday, Pete. Thank you very much, bro.